Giannis Antetokounmpo. This guy has literally been the ultimate superstar this week.
Hammers it home. Hammer time. Opener here in Milwaukee.
Who seems to be on a mission to silence his critics and to remind everyone that his greatness was never in doubt. After a whirlwind of changes and a challenging, Giannis has once again risen to the occasion, putting up historic numbers and pushing the Milwaukee Bucks back into title contention. Meaning, you just have to see what Giannis has been doing lately. Just look at the last two games. 41 points, 15 rebounds, and 9 assists against the Bulls. And before that, 40 points, 14 boards, and 9 assists on 70% shooting against the Cavaliers. That's not just good, that's video game stuff. The raw numbers are one thing, but how he's getting them is another. He's posting the highest restricted area shot average since the league started tracking it in 1996 to 97, which tells you he's more unstoppable inside than even prime Shaq was. It's a complete game too. The passing, the defense, the scoring inside, he's doing it all while carrying a lot of the team's offensive load. He's setting the tone every single night. This is the version of Giannis we saw when he won his MVPs, but arguably even more polished and impactful. We're watching a superstar take complete control of games, leaving no doubt about who the engine of this team is. He's not just a stat machine, he's a game closer. When the Bucks need a basket, everyone knows the ball's going to Giannis, and he's delivering consistently. That's a different level of clutch. But before we go any further, if you love basketball and you're one of the 90% who watch without subscribing, it's time to join the NBA Inside family. Click it, and let's live this season together. Let's get right into the MVP talk, because Giannis Antetokounmpo is making a strong case for his third MVP award this time, and it's built on a foundation of mind-blowing efficiency and volume that the league rarely sees. For the current season, Giannis is averaging a dominant 33.4 points, 12.9 rebounds, and 6.6 assists per game. He's doing this with an incredible 64.2% field goal percentage. Consider the competition. Nikola Jokic is putting up a phenomenal 24.4 points, 12.9 rebounds, and an NBA-leading 11.6 assists per game, while Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is averaging 33.0 points, 5.0 rebounds, and 6.0 assists. The numbers are elite across the board for the top guys, but Giannis's unique brand of dominance is what separates him. His ability to score almost at will in the paint is historical, posting the highest single-season average for restricted area shots made since data collection began in 1996. He's a one-man fast break and a defensive anchor all in one. The advanced metrics, like player efficiency rating, often have him right at the top of the league, even ahead of Jokic. What makes his case even stronger is the context. He's dominating while the team around him is still gelling with a new coach and a new star guard in Damian Lillard. Giannis's ability to maintain an elite level of play regardless of team changes highlights his supreme value to the Milwaukee Bucks' success. That is the very definition of an MVP. There is a lot of talk swirling around about Giannis's long-term future in Milwaukee, especially after the Bucks' recent moves. It's a championship or bust mentality, and the clock is ticking. Remember the interviews from last season, where Giannis was clear about wanting to compete for titles. That sentiment hasn't changed. The team's decision to part ways with Damian Lillard and build around a new cast of players, like Miles Turner, puts immense pressure on Giannis to not only perform at an MVP level, but to elevate the entire roster. The front office is betting big that a better team fit, rather than just big names, is the right strategy. Let's not forget the contract situation. Giannis is eligible for a massive contract extension in October 2026, and his decision will likely hinge on the team's success this season. Will the Bucks show him they have the right pieces for a deep playoff run, or will a disappointing season open the door to speculation about his future elsewhere? The trade market is already watching closely. Other teams are undoubtedly monitoring the Bucks' progress, ready to position themselves if Giannis becomes available. This adds an external layer of pressure to a season already filled with internal expectations. For Giannis, this season is a defining moment. Can he lead a retooled squad to a championship and solidify his legacy in Milwaukee? His recent dominance proves he's up to the challenge individually. But the ultimate test lies in whether the team's new formula can deliver when it matters most. Let's talk about Doc Rivers. His tenure in Milwaukee started rough, with a sub-500 record immediately after taking over, leading to a lot of talk about his system and whether he was the right fit. The criticism has been relentless, but now he has the team he wants, a roster better suited to his coaching philosophy.
The zone was phenomenal tonight. I thought I think the three things, Giannis changed the game.
Rivers has historically had success with defensive-minded teams and big, rim-protecting centers. But still, the pressure is massive for Rivers. His playoff record in recent years has been a major point of concern, with several high-profile series leads blown. Now, with Giannis playing at an MVP level and a roster built for his system, there are no more excuses. The front office has put a lot of faith in Rivers to deliver a championship. This is a chance for him to rewrite his narrative, to prove he's still a championship-caliber coach in today's NBA. If he can't get this team past the Eastern Conference elite, the questions about his coaching future will only get louder. This is a fascinating subplot to the Giannis story. The best player in the world needs the right general to lead the troops. Can Doc be that general? The next few months will give us all the answers we need. Giannis is the engine, and Miles Turner is the new anchor, but the Milwaukee Bucks season will ultimately come down to the performance of the supporting cast. The Lillard trade and subsequent roster changes have put a spotlight on players who need to step up. The re-signing of veteran forward Bobby Portis was huge. He provides instant offense and energy off the bench, a key component for any championship contender. This season, he's averaging around 8.6 points and 5.7 rebounds in limited minutes, but his experience and hustle are invaluable when Giannis needs a breather. Gary Trent Jr. is another critical piece. Acquired in free agency, he's expected to provide consistent perimeter shooting and solid defense. So far, he is averaging 11.8 points while shooting 36.4% from three-point range this season. That spacing is vital for Giannis's drives to the basket. Then there are the young guards like Ryan Rollins and Cole Anthony. Rollins, in particular, has stepped into a significant role, averaging 16.7 points and 5.4 assists per game, showcasing his potential as a primary ball handler. Cole Anthony is also contributing off the bench with around 11.1 points and 5.1 assists. Their development is key to the Bucks' long-term future and immediate success. Players like Kyle Kuzma, Taurean Prince, and Amir Coffey provide depth and defensive versatility. Every one of these players needs to be consistent for the Bucks to contend for a title. The stars are there, but the role players' performances will be the real difference maker. The big question on everyone's mind is simple. Can this version of the Bucks finally get over their recent playoff struggles? The last two seasons have ended in disappointing first-round exits. A tough pill to swallow for a team with championship aspirations. In the 2024 playoffs, injuries to both Giannis and Damian Lillard ultimately derailed their run against the Pacers, resulting in a 4-2 series loss. The year before was an even more stunning first-round loss as the #1 seed. This season, with the revamped roster and a full offseason for Doc Rivers to implement his system, the expectation is a deep run. The Eastern Conference is tough, but the Bucks believe they have the right blend of star power and defensive grit to compete. The addition of a mobile, defensive-minded center like Miles Turner should help address some of the issues that plagued them in past postseasons. But it's not a guaranteed path. Other Eastern Conference powerhouses have also improved. The Bucks need everything to click. Giannis has to stay healthy. The new players need to gel quickly. And Doc Rivers must shed his late playoff game struggles narrative. The goal is an NBA championship, plain and simple. The pressure is immense, but this current roster construction seems to be the one the front office and coaching staff believe can go all the way. It's time to see if the changes translate to postseason success. And there you have it. This was all from Giannis's recent dominance and the path ahead for the retooled Bucks. Whether they hoist the trophy or not, one thing is clear. When Giannis Antetokounmpo is playing at this level, the Bucks are a force to be reckoned with. What will this season's story be? We'll all be watching to find out. Thanks for tuning in. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and let us know your thoughts in the comments below.